Guys, like, and I don't know if I should make this, guys. I'm gonna think about making this video. And the reality is because I've been at home in my family, in my family's house, and all this stuff. So clearly, of course, while I'm here, I'm not out there in public meeting a lot of people like I typically would be, throughout the years. And so, like, in this upcoming season, I'm gonna be in the city more, so I'm gonna be meeting new people. So I'll probably have more people coming into my channel. I'll probably have more people getting to know me and all this stuff. So I just feel like I'm not the same person right now that I'm gonna be next week. I feel like I'm just always evolving, always changing sort of a little bit, but also like just understanding like when I talk about quantum reality, parallel universes, all this stuff. Also, I realize people are not always aware of what I'm aware of. And like to me, it's just in my head. Other people may not even see or notice what I'm talking about in their own mind in the same way I see the mine. But because of this, I feel the need to express that it's almost like how I'm showing up in person versus on the phone versus on a Zoom call versus at an event, it might be slightly different based off the intention of the room and the energy and what energy is necessary. So a lot of different things is what it comes down to, guys. A lot of different things as well, because it is January, right? It's January. It's almost February. I think there's part of you that's like, being a human, and I just talk about myself, but I talk about others too. And it's like you have you have your business, you have your personal life, you have your family, you have God, you have your health, you have, but at some point you got to say, look, I'm going to focus on this. And you're just going to get locked in depth of vision, like right now, and say, if I was playing the long game, okay, if I was playing the long game, I'd build relationships right now with everyone. I would text, I would call, I would communicate with everyone right now, build a close relationship, close bond and rapport. That's what I would do. If I were you, that's what I would do right now. That's what I would do right now. That's something I learned how to do about 8 years ago. But like I said, I still consider myself in the journey. Not like that I'm at the top looking back and saying, hey, here's what I did. Like, I wouldn't say I'm there. As much as like, especially in network marketing and building an online business, you want to make it, you're always like a little bit ahead of the people that you're teaching. Because people are going to find you based on that you're a little bit further along, or that you're on a similar path, or that you somewhat resonate with them when it comes to in terms of business, right? Right? And I could talk spiritual, right? You may notice I'm in a different energy right now. When I'm talking about business, I'm talking in a different energy than if I'm talking about like the soul and like light in the dark and all that stuff, spirituality. It's a different energy. It's a whole different complex. But when it comes to, knowing business, it's all about black and white. It's all about numbers. It's all about math. It is frequency too. It is energy. It is energetics, but it's also black and white numbers of knowing like what happened and what did not happen, minor details, what can't be tracked. That's always going to be a part of business. Black and white numbers, it has to be tracked. What's measured, what's tracked. And on a deeper level, frequency, it can be tracked telepathically. And as long as you're on connection with your frequency, things will be fine. But when the rubber hits the road, black and white, and I say, it's all about the score. What does the score say? Results. Not last year, not last season, but this year, this season. And so me, you, the next person, we're headed into a new season, guys. We're headed to a new season. It's January. Like I said earlier, my IG Live, I'm going to be back on IG Live in October, right? It's going to be that long where I'm not allowed to be on IG Live. Unless I can appeal that somehow, I'm not really too concerned about it. I do like to build in person. I do like to meet relationships in person, guys. Just for full transparency, trading Forex. Obviously, a lot of people know what that is now in today's day and age. Cryptocurrency, Forex, all that stuff. Network marketing, building teams, leadership, development, building systems, building skills. All about learning the skill sets of having enthusiasm, having a positive attitude. It's a way to have an intentional group and community exchange of energy that is allowing the individuals of the group to come together in the heart, under vision, with excellence and say, this is what we believe, this is what we value, and this is where we're going together as a group. That is what it is. That's what it's about. Now, you can be a human being and you can be a good person and you can be a friend, but that does not mean that your business is going to grow. Okay? It does not mean you're going to make more money. Just because you're a good person does not mean you're going to make more money. The people that make the most money are the people that make the most income producing activities. People that work smarter, not harder, but people that are willing to put in that extra effort. at the end of the day. Work hard, work smart, go the extra mile, do more than what's required, put in the effort, and the universe will reward you. You have a goal. You got to realize that if you're playing football, you have a goal, and that's the touchdown. So you got to run a play. You got to show up to the field. You got to huddle up or go no huddle, and you got to run up the field, find the empty spots in the defense, find a way to laser beam in the tunnel. How can we get to the end zone? That's what business is, guys. Business is black and white. It's math. It's numbers. It begins with a vision. We're going to the championship. Whether it's going to be this year, whether it's going to be next year, we know we're headed. And guys, it's not just about this year. It's not just about this season. Put it into perspective. What you do this year is going to help you for next year. And what you do for this year is going to help you for 2 years from now. It's going to help you for 5 years from now. And it's going to help you 10 years from now, guys. And you start to realize, this is year 8 for me. It's about to be year 8. Here in March, it's going to be my 8-year anniversary. Being a part of online business, entrepreneurship, trading forex, network marketing, and so on and so forth. Where I've had a journey of over 8 years. About to be 8 years, exactly. But also I see it quantumly, and I see I'll be doing this for several decades. To some degree, to some level. Now, with that being said, it's all quantum. It all connects in the present moment. So the overall systems, the overall timeline overlappings are almost exactly the same, or it's at least close. In similarities such as the mindset you need, such as the discipline you need, the habits you need, the time you wake up, the type of conversations you have, the people you listen to, the headphones, the audiobooks, right? The books you read, like all the basics are going to stay the basics, guys. The same basics in 1980s, same basics 2000s, 2020, 2040, guys. Same basics as you got to listen to people who have what you want, been where you are. And when you're ready to apply it, you'll listen to them, right? You'll listen to them when it's time, when you're ready. And ultimately, you're going to do what you feel ready for. You're going to do what you feel comfortable with, and you're going to gradually expand your comfort zone over a long period of time, knowing that systems, habits, discipline, leadership, feeling trust and rapport with relationships is going to get you to feel more connected with the group, with the vision, and you will feel more committed to the overall mission over time through trust, through knowing that it works, right? Knowing that it works, but also knowing that it takes time. It's a lifestyle choice. It's a decision to become a leader, to develop yourself, and to choose to develop others, to choose to bless others, to positively impact others. It is a choice, and it's a lifelong process. It's not a do it for 6 months, hit a goal. It's not a do it for a year and hit a goal. It's not even do it for 3 years and hit a goal. And that's how a lot of us that were in this network marketing in this generation, we all experience a run for a year or 2 years or 3 years. And some of us are in our 5th year, some of us in our 6th, 7th, or 8th year. But as I get older and as I hang around older folks, I realize someday I'm 27, someday I'm going to be 37, someday I'm going to be 47, and someday I'm going to be 57. So I know, God willing, and I believe in health, and I believe in longevity, and I believe in positive mindset, and I believe being in the right place at the right time. I believe in being protected in the armor of God. So I do believe, God willing, we will be around in 30 years from today. And if that is the case, we're going to have a lifestyle choice that we will virtually live by for a long period of time. We won't be changing sporadically and spontaneously so much on a grand scheme of things, although it could happen on minor levels here and there in between. But the overall truth will remain the truth, ladies and gentlemen. The overall systems will remain the systems. The overall basics will remain the basics for the next several decades. And this will always be the case. It will never change. The truth never changes. You can change. You can experience. You can free roam. We are here on planet Earth. You do have free will. You can free roam. But when you're ready to get focused, when you're ready to get back to the basics always remain. The systems always remain. The schedule structure always remain. The discipline, the habits are always there. And guys, it's the only thing you can absolutely control is what you do every day, what you think every day, and what you can control is always what you can measure, guys. What gets measured gets accomplished. What you do every single day is always the truth, guys. The habits stack on top of each other day in, day out. What you did yesterday will get you a little bit closer to what you do today. And what you do today will get you a little bit closer to what you do tomorrow. This will always be the case. Take your vacations, take your weekends, take your evenings if that's what makes you feel comfortable. If that's what makes you feel balanced. And some choose that life where they have a family balance, they have work-life balance, and they do it once a week. Many times in network marketing, just to keep the ball rolling, you do a weekly event, do a weekly accumulative event. right? Or perhaps you'll do a weekly Zoom call and you'll go throughout your life and you give people time to develop. But over the long period of time of life, you realize when you're ready to get focused, it's all about daily habits. It's all about doing it every single day. And when you're in a season, when you're ready to focus, when you're ready to hit your goals, and you're ready to really go all in, never have a doubt on what exactly it takes, guys. It's all about knowing timing. Timing in your life, timing in your team's life, timing in your business life, knowing that the systems, the habits, the discipline will always stay the same. It's timeless. Every generation, every century in the history of the universe, the same exact principles are always the truth. Every lifetime you've ever lived, the same principles, the same habits, the same beliefs, virtually to the T, are always the same exact truth. And they've always worked since the beginning of time. And all the way to now, the same exact truth has always been the truth. It still is the truth. And it always will be the truth. And it will never change. Guys, it will never change. And that's what you can know. And that's what you can feel safe in the structure of, is that the simplicity and the specificity, the same simple specifics will always stay as the same system. The system will always be the same simple specifics, the schedule structure, being schedule oriented, showing up on time, doing the work, showing up in a way that's very predictable, it's very precise, it's to the point, and it's very principally applied. It's very boring. It's very redundant. And guess what? It works. Repetition results are very redundant and very boring. Okay, that's always there. The basics are boring. But you got to learn how to make it exciting. Make it exciting with enthusiasm. Make it exciting with making it frequency applied. Make it exciting with your own creativity. But do so with the basics that are there, the discipline, the habit, the structure. And live the life to the degree that you want to live it. But no, like I said before, you can free roam, you got free will, do what you want. But when it's time to focus, you never have a doubt on what is your script. What is your system? What is your go-to punch? If you're a baseball player, what is your go-to swing? Okay, like what is your favorite bat? How many inches is it? How many ounces? What's the color of the bat? Okay, and how do you line up in the batter's box? If you're a baseball player, it never changes. You have a go-to automatic unconscious approach that will never stop. If you're a basketball player, you go to the free throw line, what is your routine? It never stops, guys. This is how trading works. This is how network marketing works. This is how any business works. And this is how any sport, anything you do, have a system. Free roam if you want, but know that the truth is have the system. And I recommend follow this system over half the time. If not 75, if not 80% of the time. Follow the system. 80% of the time, 20% explore. But once again, it's your choice. You got to know. It's all up to you. You make the choices in your life. If you want to go 100% all in, that's your choice. If you want to go 95%, that's your choice. If you want to go 90%, that's your choice. 85, your choice. 80%, your choice. It's always your choice, ladies and gentlemen. Will you go 100% all in? Will you go 95? Will you go 90? Will you go 85? Will you go 80? How do you know how all in you are? You define it. You must clearly define your dream and get a burning desire for its achievement. You must know what you want, why you want it, and how it makes you feel. And you must stay aligned with that feeling every single day. And know that by following that feeling, by following your heart, you find a way to feel a little bit better each day, knowing you're making progress. It feels like your dreams are coming true because you know you're moving in the direction towards it. Whether it's every single day, every single hour of the day, like a psychopath, like the most successful people do, every single moment, every single hour, every single day. It never ends. And for some, that's their life. And for others, they may take a weekend off. And they'll just practice self-care. And for others, things just align to them naturally in the present moment. And they don't do a schedule and they don't do a script. For some, it's all frequency based. It's all just whatever aligns I'm open to. And so people have different archetypes. Some people prefer to be flexible. Some people prefer to be strict. And some people like a little bit in between. And so just know that in the moment, this moment, can you make lemonade from a lemon? Okay? Can you make lemonade from a lemon? Or do you try to force it into an orange? And that's one of the lessons you'll learn in life is learning to make lemonade when you have to. Learn to make lemonade. Make the best of a situation. Turn nothing into something. Okay? And realize at the end of the day, you always have vision. You always have delayed gratification. And you always have relationships and communication. Relationships, communication, and vision together with passion and enthusiasm can do all things. Vision, delayed gratification, communication, relationships with passion and enthusiasm can get anywhere in time in a way that's measurable. If your dream is measurable, if you can track it, if you know that you can turn it into a mathematical number, you can eventually get there. No matter what the goal is, no matter how big the number is, you can eventually get there, especially when you give yourself the concept of time. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, and you can always condense time frames. How can I do this 30-year goal in 2 years? How can I do it in 6 months? And you can always think like that if you choose. Or give yourself the time, live by themes, live a line, not care, never care too much about the little details, enjoy the life, feel good, don't be too obsessed, have a good life, and just let things happen naturally. It's your choice how you want to live. But just know the choice is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, the choice is yours.